Hey guys, it's Jessii Vee, and in today's video I am talking about the dark origins of the Swan Princess story. I feel like everyone knows the tale of the Swan Princess, whether it be from the Barbie Swan Princess or maybe that cartoon from back in 1994. When I was a kid growing up, my sister and I loved to watch those two movies. If you've seen either of those, comment the swan emoji down below. And so of course I was curious to do research to see if there's any dark elements about that tale, or maybe it was inspired by something scary that happened. And so yes, I have found some very dark versions of the Swan Princess tale, and we're gonna get into those in just a moment. In case you have not seen my previous video, I am wearing my new butterfly removable collar. This is a decorative collar that you can use on different outfits to sort of elevate them. It's lightweight, it's embroidered, it's so pretty, and this one kind of has a mermaid theme going on. I do only have 30 of them available, but I wanted to try them to see what you guys thought, and then maybe we'll do a restock somewhere down the line, but I think they're so pretty. Also, as promised, all the way up until Christmas, I am doing free gifts on our website, and so starting now for the next 48 hours, if you get anything on our website, maybe one of the butterfly collars, you will get a coralline seeing stone. So this is the stone that Spink and Forcible gave her to take into the other world to look for the ghost eyes. And so you'll either get the keychain version of it or the necklace version of it. And that's if you buy anything on our website, you'll get this for free while supplies last. And yeah, everything is linked down below. So let's get right into today's video. Tales of women turning into swans have been told for centuries, but not many people know that the legends stem from something dark. So I'm gonna tell you some darker tales that go all the way back hundreds and hundreds of years ago. And this very first one is called the Swan Maidens of the Forest. A hunter in a quiet forest stumbled upon a hidden lake one evening where he saw 7 beautiful maidens, each wrapped in a shimmering white cloak. As he watched, the maidens put on their cloaks and transformed into swans, flying away except for the youngest. She had left her cloak by the shore, and the hunter was so captivated by her that he stole her cloak, making it impossible for her to turn back into a swan. She had no choice but to stay on land and go home with him, and she eventually married him. Years passed, and although she grew to love him, she often looked longingly at the sky. And one day, like years and years later, she found her cloak. She was heartbroken but unable to resist her call to the sky, so she put her cloak on, became a swan, and left her family. She flew away, returning to the freedom of her true form, leaving her husband to wonder if he'd ever truly known her heart. Honestly, I'm on the girl's side. Like, he took her decision away from her. Like, what do you mean you wonder if she actually loved you? You stole her wings. That's so sad. I mean, it sucks she's leaving her child behind, but she wasn't meant for this world. Next, we have the Japanese tale of Hagoromo. A fisherman named Hakuryu found a stunning feathered robe hanging on a pine tree by the shore, and as he admired it, a beautiful celestial maiden appeared, pleading with him to return her robe, because she explained to him that without it, she was trapped in the human world, unable to turn into a swan. It's just like the first story. He agreed to return her cloak to her, but only if she danced for him first. So she danced for him, and it was apparently mesmerizing and beautiful, and so he did give her back her cloak. And she gave him a gentle smile before rising gracefully into the sky, returning to her celestial home. And the fisherman was left standing on the shore, forever haunted by the memory of her ethereal presence and the otherworldly beauty he had witnessed but could never hold on to. Like, maybe if these men stopped stealing the cloaks, they could actually like have a conversation, maybe grow to love each other without their having this like condition. Like, what are they doing? Then we have the story of the 7 swans, and I actually remember hearing this tale as a kid. I think my grandmother might have even had an old book that she used to read to us about this. In a distant kingdom, a young princess's 6 brothers were cursed by their jealous stepmother and transformed into swans. And to save them, the princess was told she must sew each of them a shirt made from stinging nettles, and she had to do it all in silence. And if she spoke even a single word, her brothers would remain swans swans forever. So she was determined and she began her painful work. Her hands were blistered and they were raw. And all the while she was keeping her vow of silence. After years of solitude and hardship, she finally finished the last shirt, and she placed the shirts over her brothers, who immediately transformed back into their human forms, freed from the curse. And with her silence finally lifted, she laughed and cried and hugged them, and she was just so grateful that her unwavering love for them saved her family. So it is a good ending, thank goodness, but still a really horrible tale. Like, why is there always curses? And then lastly, we have a story called The White Duck. So yeah, technically not a swan, but I figure it could still go in this category. In a faraway kingdom, a beautiful queen was cursed by a jealous witch, transforming her into a white duck, and she was left to live on a lake watching her family from afar. And each day she swam close to the castle, her heart aching as she watched her husband and children unable to return to them. And the king, who never gave up searching for her, eventually came to the lake and recognized the sorrowful duck as his lost queen. And realizing what had happened to her, he managed to break the curse. He restored her back to her human form, and the family was reunited with relief and with joy, though they would always remember the years she spent trapped by dark magic, swimming alone in the quiet waters of the lake. So all of these stories are pretty sad and depressing, and all of them were in ways inspiration for the Swan Princess, which is so interesting to me. I almost wish they would still make kids movies with some element of darkness. Is that weird to say? Anyway, so guys, I hope you enjoyed these tales. If you want me to do more videos talking about like famous fairy tales that we all know that have darker sides, please give this video a thumbs up and let me know, and maybe comment which tale you want me to cover down below. And before I get going, don't forget, if you would like one of the butterfly collars, I have linked it down below. And every purchase for the next 48 hours, you will get a Coraline seeing stone. So yeah, I hope you have an awesome rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!